So, quick video on the X Trail T30 rear light. Disclaimer is, don't blame me if you break your lights. That's not my problem. Okay, you can see here they're attached by 2 bolts, M10s. You can just undo those easily. Then there's 3 clips. These are the things that are problematic. 3 clips that just want to pull straight out. They don't need any tool, they just need to pull straight out from the vehicle. But that's where the problem comes in. So those clips there go into those 3 holes, 1, 2 and 1 at the bottom. Don't know why it's a different colour, it just is. So, but before you do that, you want to obviously undo your 2 bolts, which I'll show you in a minute. What I found can help, although it's a bit hit and miss, is to lubricate it first, which I will show you again in a minute. But what you want to do is either lever at the very top there. Levering that side isn't very good, it's quite thin plastic. You could lever at the bottom, which is the way I'm going to show you. Don't lever down the side, because that plastic there is part of your lens. It's quite thin, and if your car's old like mine, it's quite brittle. So if you lever on that edge, you're just going to snap that plastic, which is why I take no responsibility at all for anything you might do to your own car. This is just the way I do it. So looking down from the top there, the first plug is about 100mm down, 4 inches. I'll show you why this is important in a minute. The next one's 15¼ inches, 390mm. The bottom one, it's going down from that shoulder at the very top. You saw where I put the tape. Sorry, I'm videoing it with one hand, so it's quite awkward. Then 22 inches from the top to the bottom one. I'm doing the narration afterwards because I videoed it with one hand and it turned out to be a bit of a mess. You'll see in a minute I have to get my wife to help me hold the camera because I can't actually get it off with one hand. Dimensions from the bottom. If you go up from the bottom, the first clip is about 4½ inches, that's 110mm. I get the tape in the right position. The next one is 11⅛ inch, 285mm. Next one 22½ inches, 575mm. This is a bit hit and miss, but if you do this, it can help. Take those 2 M10 bolts out, undo them, take them out. Once you've done that, your light will wobble slightly. You'll get a bit of a wobble on it. Wiggle it out as much as you can, and then what you want to do, if you're lucky, grab it. If you've got good friction on your fingers, grab it and pull it straight out, straight forwards. Don't wiggle it left or right too much because you can then break the side lens. So you actually don't leave it there. I'm showing you there, do not leave that bit, sorry. You want to pull that straight out, and if you're lucky, that will come straight out. Everyone's happy. If not, get those dimensions, get a bit of lubricant with a straw on it, wiggle that straw in. For the bottom 2, I'll go from the outside there, wiggle the straw in and blast a load of PTFE, and if you're lucky you'll get it on those little plastic things, but it is a bit hit and miss. Middle one, do it from the outside. The top one, do up from the inside up there. Just put the straw in there about the right dimension and blast it. It might help. It's better than nothing. Now the levering part, I lever on that little bottom edge. Inside there, behind the lens there's a black edge, and that's the bit to lever on. And this is where I had to get my wife to hold me, so I put the left hand one back on here because this was a few days later, and you can see that edge there. So I'll give the phone to my wife, and then you get, ignore my bald spot, you get in there and make sure you're pushing down with that lever at that point. So I'm going down with the lever and I'm making sure that the blue lever is touching that black bit. I actually prefer going in from the side because you're not touching the lens at all then. You want to get right inside with that lever, right inside, and pop that one out. Now that one's popped out, you can get in the side here. Again, make sure you get past the lens. Don't touch the red lens that you can see there, and get the lever in behind it onto something solid right next to the clip and pop it out. If you get the bottom clip out there well, you can move the lever up and pop it a little bit higher up. There you go, near the middle clip, and it pops out. But just avoid the red lens at all costs. And as you saw, I go in on the bottom from the inside to get onto that black clip, and that seems to work for me. I've done it with no lubricant on. I did it after they hadn't been off for years. It seems to work, but please be careful. You know, you get yourself a nice plastic lever, don't use anything metal, get right the way in, and to put it back on, pop it in just like that. Thank you very much.